Hey guys, Mercury Mark here. Wanted to first off by say Happy New Year's to everybody. It's officially 2017. I think I'm recording this on Monday, January 2nd. So hopefully you guys all had a safe and wonderful New Year's. Well guys, I wanted to do a little recap on my 2016 goals and kind of share my progress over the course of the year, my experiences, and also share what my future goals are and strategies for 2017. So let's go ahead, let's take a look. As you see, I got a bunch of stuff. I've dragged out not everything, but a good portion of the items that I had listed in my goals. So yeah, let's dig in here. Let's move some of this over. So stacking goals. Sure, some of you guys have seen this in a few of my videos. So let's just quickly go through some of it here. And I'll pull out some of them, of course. You guys can see the wonderful and shiny precious metals that I have. So let's start off on the top half. So the silver Philharmonic set that I have going on, I do have that. I was able to pull that box out of storage. So I do have that set here. I do have that one all the way up to date here as well, which is 2008 all the way through 2016. I have not picked up the 17 yet, but that will be discussed here coming up here soon. All right, moving on. Let's see here. The Lunar Series 1, I was going to be starting on a second set, and I had about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, and I had picked up I had the remaining, that was the snake, the goat, the monkey, mouse, and ox for my second set. I picked up the snake and the monkey, but as you can see over here, I have them sold. I actually ended up selling the entire set. Somebody regionally had posted that they were looking for the majority of this set. As you can see, I had about 3 of them that were missing out of mine, and I decided I was going to part ways with it. The price was right. This was, I believe, if I recall right, the end of August. Spot price is quite high, and it just was a price I couldn't refuse. So I ended up selling that off. I don't have that information on me. I wish I would have done a better job of tracking that, but I think I ended up just taking the straight cash and ended up saving it for the time being because spot was still quite high at that point, and I kind of had put a hold on things. Moving on here then, Series 2 Lunar set. I have a 1 and 2 ounce set that I'm currently collecting, and I don't have those out. Those were left in storage. But I am up to speed on those for all the way through 2016 currently right now. So I did get the monkey for both of those. The next goal I had down here was Fill a Buffalo album, which is a Dansko. And I have that here. Let's zoom out a little bit here. There we go. So I made some progress on this, but kind of actually forgot about this goal a little bit here. And hopefully you guys can see. Let's maybe flip this around so you actually can see which ones are missing. So on the first page, the earlier years, I am pretty lean, as you can see on this one. I only have 3 of them. So this is something I still want to actually finish, and I've tried to make it a priority to keep it out in front of me here going forward. But as you can see, here is the second page. Let's get that up and out. There we go. Had a little bit more progress on the later years, especially late 20s going through the 30s here as well. But anybody got any of these? You know, willing to trade or send them my way, shoot me a PM or shoot me an email or leave a message down below. I'd love to try to get this filled up. I have a few Danskos. I have 2 Mercury sets that are in here as well. But so still need to work on that one, my Buffalo set that I have here as well. All right, moving on. Increased graded coins were a couple of mine. Continue my ATB, which is my silver mint set that I have going on. And I do have those actually all here. So I actually don't think I'm not sure if I've ever included these all in one of my videos. But there we go, all in the frame. So, and then the 2016s are, where are they? Here are the 16s. Yep. There is the Theodore Roosevelt one here as well. But that's a full set that I have going all the way throughout it. Currently up to date, and that is all the way from 2010, I believe, all the way through 2016 right now. That actually also fulfills another one of my collections that I had down here that struck off. I wanted to fill a secondary box with all proof 70s here as well. So this was the second one. This was my original ATB set. This was my second, all proof all the way throughout it. Now, not all of these are ATB actually, so I wanted to point that out. The last 5 in here are actually proof coins still, but they're actually a Libertad set, a 2015, all proof for the year of 2015, 1 ounce all the way through the 1/20th ounce. So those are the last 5 coins that are in the back there, and those will obviously be swapped out as we go into 2017 here, once the Mint releases the silver proof ATBs for 2017. So I'm going to move those out of the way. Back to my goals for 2016, the recap. Moving on down to the bottom. Oh, actually, here we go. NGC box with all MS 70, and I do have that partial box here as well. Now this one I did not get a chance to fill all the way, and actually I should have had it filled. I just didn't go to the post office and check my P.O. box in time. So I actually have a package that's been sitting at the post office, and I didn't get there on Saturday, and I am at a smaller post office and it's closed. Yeah, obviously it was closed for the holiday. They're not open on Sundays, and then today is the government holiday, so they're closed Monday here as well, going all the way in. But the remaining slabs, which you guys will see in an upcoming video, will finish that off. So technically that will be finished off. That's on here. So these are just random mix. There's Koala MS70. I think I have a bunch of pandas that are back here. Oh yeah, here's a bunch of them. Various years, 2015s. That on there. So really like those that are on here as well. Alright, moving on. Send in my pre-33 gold for grading. As I noted down here, and I think I have some of my pre-33. It's in here, I believe, yes. Now, after taking a look at some of these, I ended up only really having not enough actually to send in for enough grading that I wanted to send in here. So I really only have 2 out of the area that are actually probably worth grading after taking a look at them in the loop close enough. And then I also have another 3 that are in there as well. Actually, I should have another one. It must be in another package. But obviously I have a 2.5 Incused Indian here as well as a $1 gold pre-33 piece here as well. So I think the minimum's 5 for NGC for submitting. So I have another 3 as I mentioned, but I just didn't really think they were going to meet the grade. And then I thought some of them might come back with a details grade, which I didn't want to submit and waste money on that. And I actually had one of my dealers take a look at it, and he kind of agreed, and they were very questionable on that front. So I actually held off. So I need 2 more of those in order to get that sent in. That's something I'm keeping my eyes out. Always looking for great pricing, as you guys know, on that front. All right, moving on. Collect more bullion and constitutional silver. I set 4 goals here. The first one was gets 360 ounces of American Silver Eagles. I had a tally mark here going throughout the year, and as you see, I got to about 11. And I do have that box available for this year. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 are the American Silver Eagles that I have. So why did I not make that? Well, that had a lot to do with the spot price jumping up here, especially over the summer months going into early fall. I really pulled back on a lot of my purchases from that side. I feel like I probably would have made that if spot wouldn't have gone up to almost, it was sitting in the 19s. It even hit $20 this year, this past year that is, on that front. So some of the reasoning there as well. Tube of 2016 Libertads. Let's see here. Do I have? Nope. Sorry, guys. I do not have that, but I did get that one. I have full rolls from 2014, 15, and 16. So I did have it checked off here, so I must have forgotten that in another one of my boxes in storage. All right, next goal I'd set a tube of 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles. I believe I do have that tube over here as well. Sorry, this box is like, I'm a pretty organized guy, but this box is just kind of a jumble. I probably need to reorganize this box, but back to what I was talking about. Here's that tube that I was working on. I believe I have about 11 of them that are in here. I need to finish that off. I think I have one more that's coming in that package that I actually mentioned to you. So that would have been 12. So I'm still going to try to finish that off for the year on that front. I really enjoyed kind of collecting these throughout this year, and I know there was a couple other YouTubers that were doing it as well. On that front. So great little stack there. Let's push this back over. Some of my gold. Let's take a look. The last one, fill a monster box with the with Mercury dimes, and as I mentioned down there, I was going to call it the Mercury Mark Hoard. I did make some progress on this, and this kind of fell in the same boat as the some of the bullion as well here. So just the coins that were purchased this year, I do have more of these, but I was only really counting what I currently had purchased over the course of the year. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8 rolls. These are 50 to a roll, and I do have, sorry, there is a partial, looks like about a third of a roll that's in there. So only made it about that far. I'm still shooting for that goal. I think it's attainable going forward. And I did run into a little bit of an issue. I had to actually start searching a lot more online for these Mercury dimes here as well. A lot of the local coin shops around me just did not have any of these. And whenever I would go in, I'd miss out on them. They said they had sold them the day before when they got some in. So they were just in really high demand in my area, and I really had troubles finding them. So I really had to price shop online and kind of watch the spot price and when there was deals that were also out there and available. All right. Moving on here, it says, give back to the community, keep learning and sharing my knowledge with fellow stackers. Well, as I mentioned before, I've always been a huge advocate of that. Sharing any knowledge, try to share it through my videos. I had quite a few out there. I think most of my videos that I probably have the largest view count on them on my channel are actually, I feel like, some of the most educational ones. Actually, if you go back, like silver stacking maintenance, goals setting for yourself, and why I collect and stack certain things, have the highest view count, and I love to continue to put out that kind of content, and I'm glad everybody's enjoying it here as well. The last one down here I had, this was kind of a non-stacking, was lose, yes, lose 320 ounces, and that was, I was looking to have a weight loss goal, and then also keep me active, do a couple competitions. And down here I did kind of track this as well. As you can see down here in January 13, I did a starting weight of 231 pounds is what I was weighing, and I believe that was when I did my first video and shared this. I did another update, looks like in May 10th, I was down to 222 pounds. And then in September 1 of 16, I got down to 213 pounds. And then it looks like here in October 12th, was down to 210. And I can tell you, actually right now, I am up a little bit. I've put on a little bit more weight. I'm actually around probably closer to about 215, so I've gone back up. Yes, some of that is from the Christmas cookies that are out there, but I've actually trimmed down quite a bit, and I've gotten into strength training. So, and it's actually put on more muscle mass from that side. And as you guys know, muscle weighs more, and it's a little bit more dense than fat that's out there. So, it actually, there is that kind of a breaking point in your body complex that you have in balance, but I'll talk more about that later. So, those were my goals, just to recap. Moving on from here.